Hey guys, welcome back to Pokegemz and Pokegemz Art. What a fun, easy project for today. This one is called a Geometric Optical Illusion. The reason why it's called that is we're going to draw this on a piece of paper, but we're going to make it look like it's literally coming off of your paper. But before we get started, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and hit that like button, and we'll go ahead and start with our project. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we need to draw a perfect square. But now sometimes you say, man, it's so hard to draw a perfect square, so let me give you an awesome art trick. Check this out. What you need to do is first draw a basic X. In this case, I'm going to make mine 11 centimeters. We'll mark the middle here at 5.5. And then again, start at 5.5 and then go across 11. So we go from 0 to 11. Now we've got a perfect X that's 11 by 11. And then check this out. All you need to do is connect the corners, like so. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than this, guys. And there you go. Perfect square with all four sides being the same. Now the middle, that X, we just used as a guide, so we can go ahead and erase that. We really don't need that part. And like we always do, we use our trusty dry brush to get rid of all those eraser filings. All right, next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a line from the top of that square and draw it down, but now if you notice, we're not connecting it to the bottom. We're actually off a little bit. So you'll see in a few minutes why we are off like that. But basically come straight down a couple of inches just like so. And then now we're gonna make a second square at the bottom, same thing, but this one we're gonna make it 8 by 8. So we'll mark the middle, and then again, half of 8 is 4. Mark it to there, and again, we've got a perfect X, 8 by 8 centimeters. Connect the edges like we did before, and we've got a perfect second square. All right, once again, we will erase that middle because that was just a guide. So that's gone, and we've got two perfect squares left over. All right, next thing we'll do is take the bottom tip of the top square and connect it with the bottom tip of the lower square, like so. Next thing, all we're gonna do is connect the edges now. Very, very easy. The left edge to the left edge and the right edge to the right edge. All right, now, guys, like always, I always start out with pencil because it's easy to erase if you make mistakes. But now that you're happy with your full shape, go over everything with a dark permanent marker because this is going to be our final shape. All right, we are pretty much done here. Now what you want to do is get a full-size ruler. Now one tip I have, guys, is get yourself various rulers and you're going to make a line right across. The reason why I'm Xing these out is these parts, don't worry about because we will be cutting these out at the end. All right, next thing we're going to do is what's called graded shading. Now, what is graded shading? That basically means that near the bottom here, we're going to make it really nice and dark and then make it lighter going to the top. Now, it's very important that you don't come across this line. So here's another super easy art tip. Take your ruler, hold it right on that line that you don't want to go below, and then go ahead and do your shading with your pencil. And now you've got a nice crisp line that will be so important at the end. And then once again, we'll just go ahead and continue our shading. And the reason why it's graded is because it's going to be darker at the bottom. And then as you go higher, you push down on your pencil lower. So it goes kind of from dark all the way to very light. Then we'll use our chamois cloth like we always do, just to give it a slight smudging to make that shadow look absolutely perfect. All right. Next step here is we're going to make a small shadow right over here at the bottom of this lower square. Just very lightly with your pencil. Again, use your ruler as a guideline because you don't want to go past that middle line. And you're going to make a very, very slight shadow. Give it a little bit of smudging there. And there we go. All right. And the final step is our last shadow. So you're going to make a shadow at the bottom here. Kind of like a square coming off of the lower or the bottom square, and then once again use your ruler again and go ahead and smudge it. All right, we're pretty much done. Use your scissors. Now be careful again if you're a child, have somebody cut this out if you're not too sure how to use scissors, but go ahead and cut out everything that we marked off in the beginning, just like so. Now guys, I'm gonna give you one more art tip. You see how that line there, I've got some slight white coming off. Because I'm using a dark background, it can really throw off my picture. So what I'm gonna do is put a little scratch piece of paper underneath and just make sure that those lines are really nice and that black goes right up to the edge. And trust me, that is important, because watch this. When we come out away with our camera, look how cool that looks. Guys, that's why this is called a geometric optical illusion, because we drew it 2D on paper, but it really makes it look like 3D. The shadows make it look like it's really coming off that paper. All right, let's go over our art materials today. 2 rulers, a longer one and a shorter one. We used our Sharpie marker, pencil, scissors, our trusty brush, and our smudging cloth. Guys, that's it. If you liked that project, please go ahead and hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Guys, I've got way more art projects coming up, and I cannot wait to see you guys on that next project.